Tavares to Nottingham Forest is a done deal, and we also have an update on Emile Smith Rowe. Will he stay? Will he leave? And if he leaves, will he actually join Chelsea? We have an update on that. But let's start with Nuno Tavares, the latest from Fabrizio Romano. We have a here we go, and this is what is hard to say about this one. Nuno Tavares to Nottingham Forest, deal agreed with Arsenal on loan until June 2024. Understand loan fee will be bit higher than £1 million plus 12 million by option. Medical test being completed today. New left back for Forest plus Murillo deal done since Friday. So Nottingham Forest, they wanted Nuno Tavares a couple of weeks ago. We heard they were going to give us like 20 something million for him on a permanent deal, but that went quiet. And then I'm hearing Nottingham Forest went for target of Newcastle, but they didn't agree on that one. And they've now come back for Nuno Tavares. And within less than a day, they've already gotten the deal done. And Nuno Tavares finally has another place to call home. Obviously, we knew he was not going to stay, so it was a matter of where he was going to go. Recently, we've heard that Werder Bremen wanted him in Germany, Wolfsburg wanted him in Germany as well. I think Marseille wanted him on a permanent deal. Another team in France wanted him, and now Nottingham Forest wanted him. He finally got a place. And the good thing with this one, yes, we're getting it's only a loan deal. I would have preferred. I mean, for Nuno Tavares, I don't think it has to have been him to be sold, because I feel like, he's still very young, so you never know. He can go out there and improve. It's not like I know it's the same with Lokonga, but I think for me, if you had to ask me, I'd like to keep and loan out, and who I'd sell, I'd probably sell Lokonga and keep Tavares for a year or two and see how it develops. If he doesn't, if he goes to Nottingham Forest and does well, we can sell him for 12 million. And if he goes there and does well, he can come back to Arsenal. Who knows? He can come back, and we can have an option of selling him to a different team for even more money. Remember, when we signed Tavares and when you signed Lokonga, I said the good thing with signing players like this is we can actually sell them after a year or two if they don't perform at Arsenal. Well, they didn't, and we sent them out on loan, and now we have the option of selling them this year or next year, because they had value, because they were young. Especially, when you used to sign players like Willian and check, if it doesn't work out with them, they're already at 5 years of age, you're not going to sell them anywhere. But players like Tavares, I think we signed him for like, was it like 10 million or something around that, and we could get 12 million next year. That is actually a profit from what we bought him for. I think that is good. So let's see how he does at Nottingham Forest in the Premier League. If he plays like 25 to 30 games, how will he perform? In Nottingham Forest, I predicted them to go down in the Premier League, but I think their home form could help them. You never know. Recently, they gave Arsenal a very good game. They gave Man United a very good game as well, and they won their home game against I think it is Sheffield United. So you never know. I think they are putting in those crosses for the likes of Wood and Awoniyi as well on that left side. Sometimes they play in a back five. I think that suits Tavares being a left wing back. Sometimes they play in a back four. I don't know if he's going to play every single day, but we can definitely keep an eye on him and see how he performs. And he's going to be there with Matt Turner. Nottingham Forest, thank you very much. Nice doing business with you. All the best to Nuno Tavares. We will be watching him in the Premier League, see how he does. If it works out for him, we can sell him, we can bring him back. Who knows? But all the best to Nuno. What about Emile Smith Rowe? Now, yesterday and earlier today, we had that Chelsea wanted him and Arsenal were willing to sell him. But now, I really doubt that Arsenal were going. Sometimes you also have to be careful with the media. The media love jumping on Arsenal stories, whether it's Gabriel, whether it's Thomas Partey, whether it's this guy as well, Smith Rowe. Like whenever they hear Arsenal, something is going on with Arsenal, they love jumping on Arsenal news. But this is the latest on Emile Smith Rowe from Sami Mokbel out the Daily Mail. He says Arsenal knocked back Chelsea's initial approach for Emile Smith Rowe. Ghana's not keen on selling to direct rival as things stand. So that's a good thing. Arsenal basically rejected Chelsea's approach for Emile Smith Rowe, so that's good. That shows that you're definitely not out of our mind selling Smith Rowe to Chelsea. But the last point is the last line is Ghana's not keen on selling to direct rivals as things stand. So there's no that says we're definitely not going to sell him. I mean, 2 months ago, back in June, I think 3 months ago, just when the transfer window opened, we were told that Smith Rowe is definitely not going to be for sale. But from that remark from Sami Mokbel, it shows that, yeah, he's definitely not going to go to Chelsea. But if another team that is not a rival comes in for him, we could be willing to sell him. could we actually loan him out? I don't think there's any need of loaning him out. And I don't even think there's any need of selling him unless he's the one who really wants to play and doesn't want to go in, doesn't want to be on the bench. There's a lot of competitions. He's going to start all the FA Cups, going to start all the Carabao Cup games. He's even going to start a few Premier League games, maybe even a Champions League game or two. Like there's going to be injuries. There's a lot of games. Odegaard is not going to play every day. Martinelli is not going to play every day. Havertz is not going to play every day. Trossard is not going to play every day. You're going to get opportunities. As a number 10, as a number 8 on the left wing, you're going to get a lot of opportunities. So this is what Sami Mokbel said about this. Mauricio Pochettino wants to add an attacker to his ranks before Friday's transfer deadline, and Smith Rowe is among the names the Blues have inquired about. However, Chelsea's overtures have been met with short thrift by Arsenal. Wow, is some English that is crazy over here. By Arsenal, who have told their London rivals they do not want to sell the English international to a team who are direct competitors. Sources claim that an offer way above market value may tempt the Gunners into selling before Friday's deadline. But as things stand, there appears to be minimal chance of that deal taking place. Sources have indicated that Chelsea have shown a willingness to include players as a sweetener in any deal with Arsenal. I'm not sure there's any players that really want from Chelsea anywhere at the moment, unless they're giving us Modric. I mean, is he still good enough like what you used to think 7 months ago? I know he's still going to be good unless they're giving us Modric and someone else. I still wouldn't give Smith Rowe away. Like, there's, these young players coming from the academy and performing. Players like Fabregas and players like Saka and players like Smith Rowe, it hits different when the players come from your academy and they're actually performing well. It feels so nice because they're Arsenal fans, they're born and bred at Arsenal, and they want to perform for the team. It's not like a player would come from Bayern Munich and within a year they'll be like, hey, you know what, I don't like Arsenal, I want to go. They can be like, hey, Madrid want me, I'm out of here. Like a player like Saka, I know even if this year a team like Real Madrid came in for him, he would have said, no, I want to stay at Arsenal and win trophies at Arsenal. That's the kind of players I like. So he also said Smith Rowe's long-term future at the Emirates is unclear following a difficult 12 months that has been beset by injuries and lack of first-team football. He was an interest to West Ham earlier this summer, and the attacker could yet generate further interest heading into the final days of the transfer window. So for me, I wouldn't sell Smith Rowe. I feel like he's going to play a key role this season. I've said that multiple times. Smith Rowe is going to play a key role. Havertz is going to play a key role. Fabio Vieira is going to play a key role as well. Kivio, Gabriel, Saliba, everyone is going to play a role. Even if it means Havertz only scores for us a winning goal in the semi-final of the Carabao Cup, even if it means Smith Rowe scores for us in a final of the FA Cup, not all of them are going to contribute this season. We need all of them in the team. Whether people don't like Havertz, whether some people want to sell Smith Rowe, whether some people think Kiva is not good enough, whether some people don't like Ketia, all of them are going to play a role. Like if it was up to me at the beginning of the transfer window, I would have kept everyone, maybe sell Holding, maybe sell the players who are out on loan, the likes of Lokonga, but everyone who was in the team, I literally would have kept everyone. Xhaka, I would have kept Smith Rowe, I would have kept basically everyone who was in the team. I would have kept everyone in the team because I knew we had a good team and we had built a good connection. All we needed was some more quality and a few backup players for the players that we had in the team. So that is the latest on Smith Rowe. We've rejected Chelsea's approach, which is good. I hope we reject any other approach, unless someone is bringing 70 million, which I would even turn down anyway. Let's not forget how good Smith Rowe was 2 years ago. You're scoring goals at Old Trafford, scoring goals at Stamford Bridge, winning us big games. So he is quality. It's just because of the injuries that doesn't make him a bad player. Not at all. Like that team, if he comes to that team and helps out Odegaard, helps out Saka, helps out Martinelli, play together with all those guys, I think we can still cope with him. So Smith Rowe definitely stay at Arsenal. Like one of the reasons we have a good bench right now is because of players like Smith Rowe. Like you look at the bench, Smith Rowe is there, Fabio Vieira is there, Jesus was there the other day as well. Sometimes Gabriel is there, sometimes Zinchenko is there. That is the reason why I have a good bench. Like if we have our first team, Zinchenko, Ben White, Gabriel, Saliba, and then Rice, Odegaard, Partey, and then Martinelli, Jesus, and Saka. And then you look at the bench, you have Fabio Vieira, you have Havertz, you have Smith Rowe, you have Ketia, there's Nelson there, there's Kivio there, there's who else am I forgetting? Tomias. There's like a lot of good players on the bench. Smith Rowe is one of the reasons why we actually have a good bench. So if he leaves, we've already let go of Tierney. All of a sudden, again, you look at the bench, there's 3 places where you have youngsters again, and you're only really depending on Fabio Vieira and Keta coming on. No, we need different different ideas, different games. Sometimes you could bring Fabio Vieira like we did the other day. Sometimes you never know, you could bring Smith Rowe, same role but different kind of player. Sometimes you could bring Reece Nelson, space on the wing. Like, we need different ideas, and Smith Rowe is another one of the versatile players that we have who can play multiple roles, and that is what Arteta likes, players who can play multiple roles. And Smith Rowe is one of those guys. He can play on the left wing, he can play as a number 10, as a number 8. Like, if he stays injury free, he's a very good player. So let's hope he doesn't go anywhere. We're expecting a lot of more news in terms of players leaving and players potentially coming in. We're waiting to hear the latest on Pepe, the latest on Holding, Cedric. A lot to still get done. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch up with you guys on the next one.